What is going on, you guys? What is going on? What is going on? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we are here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Monday night. I wasn't doing the exact same at first until I called my friend Nikki, who was in the chat, and had a complete cackle of the hateration and the holleration in his dancery, honey. But we're here now. For those of you that don't know, before we even start this video, that I would love for you guys to send condolences to my friend. Okay, a childhood friend of mine. I found out as I was leaving Atlanta, I was getting on my plane home, and as I was boarding my flight, I got a phone call letting me know that one of my childhood friends um, died in his sleep earlier today. So that kind of broke me down just a little bit. I haven't shed a tear, but my mood has been down pretty much for the most of the time I've been back. But I got a little bit of a pick me up when I was watching a Summer House panel. Shout out to Sakina and them. And then when I called Nikki and was laughing at the bullshit, you know. But I just want to say that when you grow up with a person, and sometimes when you get up in age, like around 14 to 15, what I'm saying, sometimes y'all continue to be like really, really close, or sometimes you guys lives go into a different direction. And in this particular situation, our lives went in the different direction, but that never changed the love that I had for him. That never changed the love that I had for the family. It was always love, regardless of whether or not we were tight like that or not anymore. It was always love. He lost his mom in 2021. His dad died March the 29th, 2024. And today, a month later, he passes away right after his dad. So those are the cards that we're dealt with. But shout out to him and his family. He would definitely be missed. And all I can think about is remembering all of the good times that we shared, from when we would spend the night at each other's houses to, going on outings and stuff as kids, playing football in the hood, all that other good stuff. Like, that's all I can do is think about all of those precious childhood memories. I've known him since I was like 10 years old, and he was 8 years old. So we go way back. We grew up together. So that's just about it. Life is very short. Y'all know I've lost quite a few people over the last couple of years, and people still leaving this earth. But we here. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is continue to live, and keep everybody in our prayers, and just continue to live life to the fullest, as I did over the weekend. Once again, I want to send a special shout out also to Bundy Blue for winning YouTuber of the Year at the Boss Baby Awards, and House of Aaron for winning Content Creator of the Year at the Boss Baby Awards. The love that we all showed each other last night at the Boss Baby Awards was definitely genuine. And it was a beautiful thing to see how we supported each other and rep for each other and rooted for each other all night last night. Like, that's all that we did. And that made the best. This was probably the best Boss Baby Awards they've had since they started. They got everything right and stuff like that. So trust and believe me, we had a great time. So shout out to Bundy and Aaron. Shout out to them. I let them alone. I put us in a group text this morning and left a long ass text message, just giving them all kinds of gratitude and stuff like that. Shout out to Forest Rocks and Sakina for hanging out with us when we went out to eat Saturday, and your boy Nunu as well. Like, we had a great time. Black Witch Yaya, great time, great time. So yeah, so that's pretty much it, y'all. And we're already at 100 and something people already in the chat. Y'all know that's all I be looking for when I be going live is 100 people, and boom, there it is already. The stiff hoes can't relate. So before we get into it though, let me let you guys know what we got coming up before as you all know, that the Chasing Panel comes on every Thursday. So make sure you guys tune in to the Chasing Panel on Thursday, right after Chasing Dallas. Be sure to tune in. There's Scotty, Jamar, Carl, Tramil, Terrence, and Jeremy coming together to give out our opinions on the 6th episode of Chasing Dallas. But not only will we be doing that on Thursday, be there as we premiere Tramel's new video featuring Rico with a K, Everything. Until we're gonna premiere it within an hour into the show, and we're gonna show it for you guys, and we want you guys to support Tramel. As a matter of fact, the song is about to be out in about less than 30 minutes. Actually, the song will be out for purchase. If y'all haven't pre-ordered it yet, it's going to be out for purchase like within the next 20 minutes. So y'all need to get whipped into shape. Okay. So that's it. And for all my moderators, if you got the link to Tramel's song, go ahead and put it in the chat right now. We want him to chart. Go ahead and put it in the chat right now. All right. So with that being said, we're about to go ahead and get into what we're here to talk about for today. And we're going to start this thing off with Miss Phaedra Parks. That damn Lion King wig on her head is not going to cut it for me. It's just not. But, you know, whatever. And is it just me, or does Phaedra have a weird ass smile to me? I've always felt like that. Even growing, you know, I ain't gonna say growing up, but even as a young man in my early 20s, I feel like she got a smile of the Joker. You know what I'm saying? Like they be trying to say that Kandi got that Joker smile, but no, this Phaedra got that damn Joker smile, honey. That's what it look like to me, because y'all already know what she gives. But anyway, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Did I share this? Okay. So apparently she did an interview with Page 6, honey. And they was talking about her relationship with Andy Cohen and stuff like that. So, but not only did she talk about that, but she talked about how she wished people stuck up for her the same way that they're sticking up for Brandy at this particular moment. Okay. And we're going to get into what we here for right now. Okay. So according to Page 6, it says that Phaedra isn't letting Andy Cohen and Brandy Glanville strife over their doomed season of the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip get in the way of her friendships with them. She said it's never going to be awkward because I'm always going to be honest and truthful, the Real Housewives of Alums told Page 6 exclusively at the Beverly Hills Rejuvenation Center's West Hollywood grand opening on Thursday. Parks, who filmed the Morocco set installment of the Peacock series with Glanville in January 2023, after starring alongside her on season 2, went on to say that it was easy for her to support her gal pal amid allegations of sexual harassment from their co-star, Caroline Manzo. She said, I wish people would have stuck up for me like I'm sticking up for Brandy, said Parks, a beloved NBC Universal talent who has appeared on RHOA, a previous season of Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, and Peacock's The Traitors, and now she currently stars on Bravo's Married to Medicine. Okay, she said, a lot of the times people are so afraid to say what they know is true, like the women on my show, and that happened to me, and they knew the truth. She elaborated, referring to her time on Atlanta for 7 consecutive seasons from 2010 to 2017. Parks, who has vocally supported Glanville throughout the RHUGT debacle, asserted that she is always going to tell her truth without fear and retribution from Cohen, age 55, the network, or any entity. I'm ride or die for real, because at the end of the day, man cannot promote me. Only God can promote me. Glanville, who also attended the event, told Page 6 that she was grateful to Parks for offering a shoulder to lean on throughout the whole ordeal. She's truly a goddess, a beautiful woman, and she saved me, said Glanville. She also made it clear to Parks that she would not be hurt if the latter chose not to publicly associate with her, given her contentious dynamic with Cohen and Bravo. I was saying to Phaedra, listen, we don't have to take pictures together. We don't have to do anything. She's like, no, you're my friend. She said, recalling a recent conversation with the attorney. I don't want Phaedra to get in a bad place with the network, because she is on every freaking show and she's killing it. Bravo needs to pay her more. But she was like, girl, you're my friend, and that's it. So that's all I'm reading on it. So the reason why I was interested in talking about this is because of the fact that Phaedra sitting up here talking about she wishes that the women that was on the Housewives of Atlanta would have stuck up for her when they knew what was really going on. So I want you to tell me what was really going on that you needed them to speak up for you about. Was it about the fact that was it the rumors about Carlos King being the one to set this whole lie up that y'all told on Kandi? Because y'all know there's been a running theme for the last couple of years is that, Carlos was the reason why that shit even happened. Yeah, Carlos was the one who did it. Carlos was the one who put that in my head. Carlos told me this, Carlos told me that. Like, that's what she said. And he denied it in that damn book that they was frolicking around with last year. Like, he denied that ever even happened, because that was the rumor. Now they were saying that he was the one who told Phaedra that Kandi attempted to do something to Porsha, and Phaedra ran it back to Porsha, and that's what it was. And that's probably why she kept on saying, I repeated it because I heard it. You know what I'm saying? I repeated it because I heard it. And so now she's saying that they know exactly what happened. But even when they was on, the Ultimate Girls Trip, and they was asking her about what really happened with that, all she kept saying was that it was BS. But why was it BS? And see, the thing about it is she keep on saying that she's going to always tell her truth whenever she sees fit. But at the same point in time, it's just like this. If you're going to tell your truth, why haven't you told your truth when you've had all these opportunities to do so? All these people have been talking to you on red carpets and stuff like that, asking you all these questions about what really happened with the Kandi debacle, and you refuse to talk about it. Let's keep it a buck here. You refuse to even talk about this situation. Like, you want to act like the shit never existed. You want to act like you never said it. And we all know that you did. And you sat up there on that reunion stage and you allowed that shit to happen when you could have just easily came out and said what actually happened. But you didn't want to say that, and nor did you want to do that. You just want to sit up there and allow Porsha's dumb ass to take the rap for what the fuck you did. But my thing is this: why would they stick up for you? Why do they need to stick up for you? If that's what you're referring to, because we don't know if that's what she's referring to, right? We don't know that. But let's say that this whole Carlos King fed me this lie thing is really the truth. Let's just say that it is. Okay, let's just say that. If that is what that is, why would we stick up for you when you went along with the get down? Just because somebody told you to do it don't mean you had to. You feel what I'm saying? Like, just because somebody told you to do it, that don't mean that you had to. You chose to do it because that's something that you wanted to do. And you got to take ownership for what the fuck you decided to do. You know what I'm saying? You're the one who allowed somebody, if that happened, you're the one that allowed somebody to sit there and make a damn fool out of you, and you're supposed to be a damn lawyer. They knew what happened. So did you. So why don't you speak on it? Why do the women got to speak for you? They probably don't want to speak for you because they know that you're a damn liar. You refuse to talk about it. I wish the women would have stuck up for me. I wish the women would have stuck up for me. Ain't nobody sticking up for your lying ass, Phaedra. No one is going to stick up for you. Ain't nobody got to take up for you. Kandi was supposed to be your friend. And I understand that you and her was in a bad place. That I do get. I understand it. No lie, I do. Friends hit rough patches sometimes, and I get that. Totally understood. But one thing you did know was that was fucked up. And you did that so you can get your lick back because you felt betrayed by that girl. And that's why you did what the fuck you did. And you just need to take responsibility for what you did. See, the thing about it was you didn't think that you was going to get fired. So you thought that you can say the most salacious shit you wanted to because of the simple fact you said a lot of salacious shit about Kenya and you got away with that shit. But see, you ain't gonna get away with it this time. See, this girl was talking about, filing legal charges and all kinds of stuff. So they weren't finna risk playing with you with that situation. So Phaedra needs to go on about her business and stop playing the victim. You're the one that decided to sit up there and make up an elaborate ass lie about that girl, and you got fired. And please. And another thing, y'all, please stop begging this woman to be on the Housewives. Stop. Just stop. Because she every chance she gets, she shades the show. And y'all laugh at the shit when she calls it the Titanic and shit like that. Like y'all think the shit be funny as hell and stuff like that. So it's just like, to me, I'm just like, girl, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all want her on this show so damn bad. But Felony Parks don't want to be there. She thinks she better than this show. She even said that Married to Medicine was a better show because these women are really friends and they're really they really value relationships and they don't try to tear up other people's marriages like they do on the Housewives. You said that out of your own mouth, and your fans hear you say that. So why on earth would they bring you back? And why should you come back when you constantly talk down on the brand that is that show all the time? I wouldn't take you back, honey. I'm just saying. I personally wouldn't take your ass back. But that's just me. Anyway, we can move on to the next story. And I'm tired of these two right here. Like these two here, I'm tired of them. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of them. Kelly Price said it best. Tired of them. Like, it's like I can't get a moment's peace from these hoes right here. But we finna get into Porsha and Simon. Let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Let me take this thing up off of here. Now, here's what she said. She says Porsha is saying that Simon is trying to ruin her RHOA career by requesting producers reveal her financial earnings and any conversations they've had concerning him. Okay, now let's get into it, y'all. So the article states that it appears that Porsha thinks that Simon is out to ruin her return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta by dragging the show and its producers into their nasty divorce battle, honey. Okay. Now, according to legal documents obtained by Radar Online, Porsha says that Simon's demands for copies of all of her communications with the Real Housewives of Atlanta producers, including her contract and financial documents, is annoying, harassment, and oppressing. She says that he only wants this info on public record in an attempt to threaten her reputation, career, and ability to earn income. We previously reported that Simon didn't want producers filming in his Georgia mansion and that he's been trying to kick Porsha out of, noting that she has her own house that she can live in. Per the report, Simon requested Truly Entertainment LLC, the production company behind RHOA, to sit in for a deposition and testify on Porsha's status and income as a cast member for 2022, 23, 24, and 25. Simon also demanded all communication between his ex, her reps, and production about RHOA filming, recording, taping, storylines, and subjects involving Porsha and her relationship and divorce with him. Simon has also offered $100,000 reward to anyone who can produce records of him cheating on any of his spouses from June 14th, 2019 to February 22nd, 2024. It appears that he's trying to protect his assets and reputation, but according to the old paperwork on him, he's committed marriage fraud and a plethora of crimes in his checkered past. Thoughts? So someone says we don't play about Porsha. Clearly, she plays about herself. Clearly, she plays about herself. Because if she really cared about anything about herself, she never would have got with him. And I'm going to keep saying this until the cows come home. Some of y'all, it ain't everybody, but some of y'all sat up there and was egging this girl on when she took that lady husband, regardless of what Fallon did in that marriage. Let me make that clear too. Regardless of what she did in that marriage, that still did not give Porsha the right to come in and just sweep this man off his feet. Like, she ain't have to do that. Like, girl, y'all were hanging out, going to clubs together and shit. You know what I'm saying? Building a rapport, and you around here fucking on a husband. You know what I mean? Like, that was just fucked up. And that's just not cool to do. Like, I just feel like one could say that her and Fallon were not friends and they didn't have like an invested relationship. But like I said on another video when we were talking about this, I remember Reggie and my best friend introducing me to this man, right? Like, that was one of their friends from way back. So they brought me to his house. I met his boyfriend and we were all chilling. But then after I left said house with my cousin and my friend, he found me on Facebook and he was trying to holler at me. He was very relentless with trying to holler at me after that. And I said, no, I'm not doing that. He was like, well, you don't even know him. You just met him. I said, but I get that I don't know him and I just met him and we're not friends. But to just to know that I sat in this man's house, ate this man food, sat there in his face talking about housewives, and then I turn around and fuck his man not too long after I leave his house. That's fucked up. Like, I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I did that. Like, that's just grimy to me. And that didn't try to stop him. You know what I mean? That didn't try to stop him from trying to talk to me, but I just wouldn't do it because I just thought it was wrong. So I think that Porsha was wrong for how she did that. And at some point in time, I felt like you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, well, maybe everybody's happy now. Like, Portia's happy with Simon, Fallon is happy with Jalen. Like, everybody's happy in this situation now. So maybe it don't even matter no more. But it's just like, soon as she announced that she was gonna be on this show again, that's where all of the mess and the mayhem began. Once she realized that, once that happened, then she found out about the fraud background in the past, and then she files for divorce days later. And ever since that day, they've been fighting back and forth on social media about this situation. And to me, it's just like this: how you get the nigga is how you lose the nigga. And that's really how it all goes down. You just got to take into account that there's going to be some form of karma when you do shit like that. Somebody gonna do that shit to you, and it's gonna be way harder when they do it to you. I promise you it is. And you ain't gonna know, you're gonna be somewhere beg and please when this shit happen to you. Like I said, everybody thought it was funny when she was doing it. Like, when she was walking around here with Simon and all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, for me, I just felt like so many people were going up for it, but people go up for anything that Porsha does, in my opinion. And to keep myself from looking like a bitter Betty, I just don't be speaking on Porsha like that. But since she all over the damn blogs, I ain't got no other choice but to talk about her, to be honest. But at the end of the day, I just feel like I kind of feel bad for Porsha, but then it's like, in the same breath, how can I feel bad for a person that went after somebody else's husband and saw exactly how he treated the wife that he had before her? Because when him and Fallon broke up, he was on some other shit. Real talk. He was on some other shit when him and Fallon broke up. So my thing was, if he could do that to Fallon, then what make you think that he wouldn't do it to you? You feel what I'm saying? That's really all that I could say about that. Like, and sometimes a man can change for the right woman. I ain't gonna say a man can't change. I'm not gonna say that, because I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I may have been one way to one man, but when I got with the next man, it wasn't the same. So sometimes people can change. But in this instance, he ain't changing. He put all of his women through shit when they leave him. And now you're the latest victim. Now you're the latest victim. And and some people really don't feel bad for you, Porsha, but you brought that on yourself, girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I think what she saw was, All Porsha saw was the money and shit. Like Porsha saw the money, Porsha saw the private jets, the house, the cars that he had. Like that's what she saw. So therefore, that's what she went with. I ain't mad at her for it, but that's what happened. But at the same point in time, though, you did that while he was married to another woman. And you had 3 weddings. Thank you, Black Gal. And you had 3 weddings. It's just like, girl. But I've always said that Porsha is a fucked up person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always said that. And I mean that shit. I've always felt like Porsha was a fucked up person. And you want to know why I say that? I say that Porsha is a fucked up person simply because of the fact that just look at the way she treats Shamia. Like, Shamia's supposed to be her best friend of childhood years. Like, they supposed to grow up together. They mothers and shit were friends and shit like that. And she treated, what's her name? Shamia like shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel. Like, she's a terrible person to me, and she just don't have no loyalty in her bone. Like the way she flipped on Shamia for Phaedra was fucked up. I would never flip on Carl like that. I would never flip on Tramiel like that. I would never flip on Nikki like that. I would never flip on Jamar like that. I would never flip on Aaron like that. I would never flip on Jamie like that. None of my friends. I would never flip on none of them like that. Just because somebody else is in the picture. I would never do that. And I might be reaching when I say this. But do y'all think that Porsha was ever jealous of Shamia? I just want an answer to that. I want to know what you guys think about that question, because I see that a lot sometimes. Like, do y'all think that she was ever jealous of Shamia? And do y'all think that she got with this man because she wanted the same lifestyle that Shamia had? See? I rest my case. However, we're about to go ahead and get into the very last topic of the night, and that is K Michelle and Tamar Braxton, honey, and a little bit of Kandi. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, because I did a video about this yesterday, right? I did a video about this yesterday, and shout out to Diego for for doing your job and letting the people know that everything is out. Everything is out. Make sure you guys purchase it. Okay, so let's get into it. Now, we're gonna go to where it started, and then we're gonna continue on because it continued on after Kate Michelle responded. Okay, so we're gonna go to where it started. Now, Tamar Braxton was on one of my favorite podcasts, which is called the We Sound Crazy podcast with Claude Kelly, Phil Thornton, Timon, a couple of other guys on there. And they talked about country music within Black women or whatever, Black artists, treading over the country music and stuff like that. She had some things to say, some positive, but she ended it with some shade, which made people believe that it was about K Michelle. So we're going to get into that first. And then after we get into that, we're going to continue on with it with whatever came after. Let's get into it.
What do you think about her moving the country?
I knew you guys were going to ask me about that.
Did you?
I did. I think that Black country is so necessary. I'm so happy that people with talent who can actually sing country music that are Black people are finally getting the recognition they deserve. That's what I think.
And she's a Texas girl. She's country.
Yeah. And, I don't know. I just really appreciate Beyonce for opening the door for all the other Black artists that has, rode that wave behind the floodgates. I'm just really appreciative for her.
Agreed.
That's awesome.
These people can really sing. They're so talented. Yeah. What's that one Black guy who could sing? Like, he sings so low.
Tony
Evans Jr.
He's on the show.
Yeah.
Man, I really appreciate his artistry, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm sure he'd be good. He'd be happy to hear that.
Yeah. I started following him because just to hear him sing, that thing is sing.
Yeah.
It's also another black. It's like two black girls I like. One little brown skinned little girl.
That's Tanner, right?
That's her real name, Tanner.
I think so. But keep going.
And then there's another girl who kind of looked like the Beyonce campaign.
I know
you know what I'm talking about?
I can't remember her name, but yeah.
She's talented too.
We'll figure it out.
But I appreciate it. I like it. Because it was a couple of people who should not have been singing country black music that was awful. And it was concerning for me.
Care to mention a few?
No, but you know what I mean. I'm not trying to be funny.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be funny. It just didn't sound good.
Yeah.
And you got to make sure if you're going to step into a new genre of music and represent us, that you gotta represent.
Gotta be right.
Yeah, got to be right.
So Tamar.
Okay. So that was Tamar talking about, black artists moving into country music and stuff like that. Now, it started off with some good, talk. They were talking about music, which that is the reason why I love the We Sound Crazy podcast, simply because they talk about things that I love to talk about, which is music. Okay. Now, everybody felt like she was coming at K. Michelle. And not only did people feel like she was coming at K. Michelle, but they also felt like she was coming at Monica. Now, for those of you that don't know, Monica is also working on a country album as well called Open Roads. I think she was at the CMT Awards as well. She's trying to cross over into country. But she sent up here talking about this country album. She ain't even dropped this fucking R&B album we've been waiting on since 2018. But that's another story. However, she's also working on a country album. And she is also a person that Tamar has had issues with. Her and Monica don't get along. Monica don't fuck with her. She said that she don't. But we do know that K. Michelle is her long-running nemesis in the music industry. And we know that K. Michelle has been talking about country music since the start of her career. And she's been working on her country album for the last 2 years. So the first thing that everybody thought was she shading K. K got wind of it. Now, not only did that come up, before we even get into what K said, not only did that come up, but another video came out. Now, I didn't even get a chance to play this video Sunday because I recorded the previous video that I did about this the day of the Boss Baby Awards, right? So I did not get a chance to play. I don't think I played that video. If I did, correct me if I'm wrong, but she's sitting up with a bonnet on her damn head looking like a damn fool. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into this video where she was talking all this shit about K. Michelle calling her a damn Muppet. So we're going to get into that right now. Let me share the screen so y'all can see it for yourselves. Okay, there we go. Let's get into that.
You think you chew me up when you call me a Muppet? You want to know the real story behind it? Story time. Shade Room edition. The person had called me that never saw me before. I'm sorry. I'm just saying this because that person really thought they ate calling me a Muppet. But the person who had called me that had never saw me before. And when they called me that, they had everybody, calling me, I'm Muppet, like a Muppet, Miss Piggy. And when I met that person, I swear to God, you can ask Auntie Patty that because she was right there. Now, the only reason why they had met me because my Auntie Patty had called me and told me, I don't think they knew that, Patty is like my aunt, like in real life. Like I met her, like the first time our families met was like, maybe, how was I, mommy? Like 11, 12 years old. Yeah. So it's like a long time. I'm 46. So if you can imagine, like, that's my aunt. You know what I'm saying? Zori's like my cousin. I just went to his 50th birthday party, like my real auntie. So the woman of the world come up to me and she go, "Oh Oh God, you're so beautiful. And I look, and it took, I ain't even gonna hold y'all. It took everything. I just kind of ate with that story, just like you felt like you ate with that Muppet story. See what I'm saying? See why it don't bother me? Okay. Everybody back?
But my thing about it is, if it didn't bother you, then why the fuck are you talking about it now? Let's start here, okay? Let's start here. If it didn't bother your ass, why the hell is there still a damn story time? 11 years later, you're still talking. 12 years later, you're still talking about that. And you got called a damn Muppet because you was sticking your nose in other people's business where you didn't have no place in. That's why you got called a Muppet in the first damn place. So apparently it did bother you. Did you forget? There was a particular person that said, they said I look like a Muppet. And people say so much, and I be like, Vince, do I look like a Muppet? I mean, girl, even Tamara had to move your hair around to see if you really look like one. So, girl, shut the fuck up. Like, it's clear that it bothers you. You the one who set your ass on national TV and cried about somebody calling you a damn Muppet. You've been crying about that shit for years. And the thing, this is what I don't like about Tamar. She does things like that. She calls people out. She throws shade at people. And then when people respond to the shade that she throws, then everybody's coming at her, or everybody's bullying her, or everybody's doing that. No, you did that. She plays the victim all the damn time. All the time. She's always been the damn victim. Ain't that's why Tracy was gonna get all up in her ass many a times for that damn mouth? But you want to sit here in your bonnet looking like Plastic Penny and talk about how they thought they ate when they called you a Muppet. They did eat. They had your ass crying. The moment your ass started crying on TV about it, you ate. They ate. They ate your ass up. I don't understand that. And then what's so crazy about the whole thing is that what people are not making this make any sense to me. Like, they keep on saying, well, at the end of the day, Tamar can sing better than K. Michelle. What the fuck does that got to do with how she is as a person? We're not talking about singing ability, because all of that is subjective. Now, if you're talking about catalogs, K. Michelle's albums shits on Tamar's albums, and I don't care what nobody say. Tamar has yet to make an album like Anybody Want to Buy a Heart, and one can say that is also subjective. But K. Michelle has a long damn catalog. She got about 5 or 6 albums already, plus about 5 mixtapes. More music than Tamar could ever dream of having, okay? So please stop trying to play with K. Michelle when it come down to motherfucking Tamar, okay? Stop playing with me. She started this shit, as she always do. Now, let's get into K. Michelle. Now, K. Michelle went on Twitter, and K. Michelle says, I spy with my little eye a leprechaun in my DMs. Imagine you keep playing with someone who's minding their business, and then boom, they sick of you. One tweet and screenshot, and it's over for you. I don't pull stunts raggedy in. I pull cards. Loud cackling hyena. How many times are you going to keep calling for something that you can't handle upon its arrival? Huh, Janice? Not her calling her Janice. Not her calling her Janice, honey. Okay, what's next? Now I'm going back into my place of slumber, peace, and positivity. I have goals to accomplish, and I'm grateful for every blessing that I'm receiving. I could go there, but I'm going back to minding my business and singing these songs. I've grown, I've healed, but I'm not weak. Leave me alone. I'll turn the other cheek, but I'll slap yours first. So then they also show this on the neighborhood talk when they say, now when K. Michelle responds, I don't want to see this crying. Then someone says, Tamar is not talking about K. Michelle. We've been down that road before, and I'm sure that neither one wants to revisit that. And then she said, I absolutely was not. I said a few artists. I paid homage to Beyonce for bringing positive attention to country music. There are people who I don't address and don't mention or shade to keep the mess away. Where was all this chatter when my song went #1? I mind my business and go to work. No, the fuck you don't. Stop lying. No, the fuck you don't. You do not mind your business and go to work. Every time we turn around, you got something to say about somebody. Every time we turn around, you throwing shots at somebody. So no, you don't mind your business and then take your raggedy ass home. Stop lying. So here she go. I wasn't speaking about you. I would have said your name. I was speaking of country black music that I have heard before that I didn't enjoy. I wish you the best on your future endeavors. I only want to beef with the devil. The end. Girl, bye. Okay.
So Tamar, Cowboy Carter came out.
Like, girl, bye, please. Like, and then what's really crazy to me, because we're going to get into the rest of it because Kate Michelle had more to say. What's really crazy to me is that the people want to gaslight the people and try to make it seem like everybody's just keeping up shit and saying, well, she didn't say no name. She didn't say no name. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something about that. One thing that I cannot stand is a subliminal ass mother. Say it with your whole chest. Don't throw no subs at me. Because see, here's the thing that I don't like. Because if you throw a sub at me, I'm going to catch it and you're going to know I caught it. That's number one. Number two, don't throw subs at me and then you turn around and try to call me, trying to say that I'm bothered or a hit dog. I can't stand that whole hit dog holler shit. Girl, you knew what you were doing when you said what the you said. I can't stand people that do that. People sit on Twitter, sit on Instagram, and they just throw little subliminal shots at you. And then when you pick up on the subliminal shots, they want to act like you're the one that's crazy. Oh, if you felt like that was about you, then you're insecure. That's gaslighting. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't sit up here and try to make it sound like I'm insecure because I caught what the fuck you were trying to do. Don't do that. Don't do that. You tried to be cute, and I made the situation ugly for you when I caught on to your bullshit. I cannot stand for a person to be subliminal. If you got something to say, you say it with your whole chest. Because either way, I'm gonna catch it. Don't throw the ball at me and then think I'm not supposed to catch it when you throw it at me. Don't you hate when people do that? Like, I sit back and I watch people do that to other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember a situation someone did there, like they threw this little pebble at somebody, and I was on Twitter and I saw this person throwing a pebble at this person. And I was just like, I know she talking about him. And then when he responded, it's, well, I didn't even say your name. I didn't even say your name. I didn't even do this. I didn't even do that. I didn't even put a name on it. You don't, that's the thing. When you're throwing shade at a person, you ain't got to put no name on the shade that you're throwing at somebody. You ain't got to put a name on it. We know you're talking about them. We know you're talking about me. We know. You ain't got to put a name on it. We already know this. So don't play these gaslighting games with me. I can't stand when people do that. Don't play with me. I cannot stand it. I never said your name. But I never said your name. You didn't have to. It was obvious who you were talking about. Stop playing. That's some punk ass shit to me. I don't like that. So then that's when K Michelle. Wait. Let me see. Facts. Just because you're too scary doesn't mean we're slow. Period. We all know what shade is, whether it's direct or indirect. But I'm gonna tell you like this: if I catch you throwing indirect shade at me, I'm gonna catch it and I'm gonna let you know that I saw you. Every fucking time. I do it all the time. I see somebody being underhanded and indirect, I go directly to them because I ain't finna put no shows on for nobody. I'd be like, okay, so what's good? You got something you want to say? Oh, you don't? Oh, okay. That's the type of time I be on. You ain't no way you think you finna take a shot at me and you think I'm not gonna say shit. You got me fucked up. Period. Anyway, we're gonna get back into K Michelle. Now, this is what K Michelle said on the Neighborhood Talk. K Michelle said, oh, wait a minute. K Michelle said, now y'all know I wouldn't be saying anything. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's been going on for months now. Well, years. She's just very hurt and acting out. It has to stop today. Okay? I don't speak on her, about her. We just aren't in the same circle. I don't think of her. She continues to bring me up in some way. Throw her shade, then play victim. I'm just not going to keep playing with her. It's played out, but she will stop. I can overlook negativity all day, but don't keep poking at me, even at shows. I know everything you do in the fits you throw when I'm performing or ask. Everything. I don't say a word. I be quiet and I sing. There's no reason for you to continue to take subs and jabs. It's like you have to be seen if it's shading and negativity, Bitter Betty. Live in your talent and not your drama. A lesson I had to learn and it worked out for me. I have a right to defend and be sick of your shit. I finally say in front of everyone, leave me alone or else. And I stand on that and you should try it. You're 9 years older than me. You should set an example of some sort. Now go play victim. Okay? Listen. And period. K Michelle, once again, ate that. Tamar needs to leave that girl alone. Tamar need to leave her alone. Tamar constantly keeps on fucking with this girl. And let's just keep it a book here. Tamar started this whole beef between her and K Michelle. Whether people want to admit that shit or not, she started it. She started it. From the moment Love and Hip Hop Atlanta came on, Tamar came in and said that bullshit. When K Michelle was speaking about her relationship with Myth Hits, right? Because somebody just asked me how the beef started. She was speaking on her relationship with Myth Hits, right? And as the show progressed, she said, let this girl tell her fairy tale, implying that K Michelle was lying about being abused by Myth Hits, right? In turn, K Michelle called her a Muppet. And she has been crying about it ever since and said that K Michelle was bullying her. Then the very next year, now K ain't said nothing about Tamar. You know what I'm saying? When Love and War came out, K Michelle bought it. She supported her, gave her props on the songs, like all that. K Michelle's album came out like a year later. She was doing 106 in Park. And she had on a blonde wig. And I think they had the same wig maker, I believe. And Tamar was like, damn, I lost my wig. Shade, but no shade. She said that on Twitter. And then, of course, K Michelle responded and drug her ass. And then after K Michelle drug her ass on Twitter, she did a radio interview and she was like, well, why are you mad? Like this, she's been bullying me for quite some time now. And I just really don't want to give her any, anything, any type of, play and stuff like that. And I'm just like, how is she bullying you when you started this shit though? Like, you started it. So how you gonna sit up here and try to play games like that? Then she went on Arsenio Hall, called her Kmart. And then as time went on, they kept on like taking little shots at each other. Like every other month they were beefing. Every other month they throwing shade at each other. It was just crazy. Like that was the beef that kept on giving. Around 2015, they performed together at the BET Awards with Patti LaBelle. They apparently squashed the beef. Or did they? I remember K. Michelle doing an interview with B. Scott, and she said, she supported her first album. She supported the second one that just came out. She just wanted to, she just want to stop fighting with Tamar. Like, she's done fighting with Tamar. She's done with it. She just want to move on and stuff like that. But Tamar never stopped. She kept it going. But the thing is, back then, K. Michelle was looked at as the person that was steamrolling the situation. Like, she would always get blamed. And a lot of the times, K. Michelle would be responding to Tamar, not starting with her, but simply responding to the bullshit that Tamar done got going. Simply responding. But she can't respond because motherfuckers want to make her look bad every time she say something back to this girl. So it was kind of like, and I think they may have had a tip maybe one more time, and then it was over with for a couple of years. But then the versus battle started. There was a lot of people saying that they felt like K. Michelle and Tamar should do a versus. And I felt like maybe they should. I mean, they're not beefing. Maybe they could come together and do a versus. I don't know if people would really watch it like that. I mean, they ain't Brandy and Monica, and I love K. But they ain't Brandy and Monica and stuff like that. So I really don't know if people would look at it the same way. But I would be here to see them, go back and forth with their hits. K. Michelle can close it with VSOP. Tamar can close it with Love and War. You know what I mean? K. Michelle could probably open it up with Love Them All or something. Tamar could probably open it up with If I Don't Have You or Let Me Know or something like that. Something like that, maybe. I don't know. But I did feel like they could do that. But then when T.S. Madison brought the idea up to Tamar, she was shady. K. Michelle responded and drug her ass again. So now it's just like, for a while now, K. Michelle been minding her own business. She ain't been saying nothing about Tamar. She ain't been doing nothing to Tamar. But here we go again. We starting shit. Writing checks that our asses cannot cash, obviously. Okay? Now, Tamar apparently responded once again. But this time she threw Kandi into it. So let's get into that. Let's get into it, you guys. Shout out to the 400 people that's in the chat, by the way. Shout out to y'all.
If I was talking about somebody, I would say their name. Like, nobody gonna do not one thing to me. Can't do anything to me. So if I'm talking about somebody in particular, I just call it out like I did with Kandi. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say somebody said, Kandi said that, I said it, took shit back. I said, no. Her husband did what he did to me. Both of them, actually. And she can't sing. I said that. So why now do I need to backpedal and all of this victims? I'm not no fucking victim. I'm a fucking survivor. You know what the fuck I've been through, what I built. What?
Did I hear that correctly? Did she say that she's not a victim? When clearly that's all she ever does is throw shade and then play the victim. Furthermore, what does Kandi have to do with this again? Why are you putting Kandi in this? Is what I'm asking. Like, what Kandi got to do with this shit? Like, you didn't even have to throw her in this. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, when it came down to the Kandi shit, you did not say her name at first. Like, do we not remember when she first brought up the Kandi and Todd thing? She went on Instagram and was being subliminal as... Okay? She was being subliminal as when she first brought that shit up. How soon do we forget, Tamar? Like, girl. Like, you lying. You flat out lying. And look at how you look. Girl. Like a damn mannequin. Look. Do you see how she looks? Do you see how she looks? But I'm not here to talk about a woman's looks, but do you see how she look? Okay. There's another video. Let's continue, y'all. Hold on.
No, Kandi didn't catch it straight. What I'm saying is, when I'm specifically talking to somebody, I don't have a problem saying their name because I'm not no punk ass bitch. I say what the fuck I want. Just like everybody say what they want to say, who they address and what they address. I do the same thing. I'm not a child. You know what I mean? I am not scared. You know, like if I said it about somebody, I would have said it and say their name, because what are you going to do to me? Nothing. Not nothing. You know, and I don't fight, I don't do violence, I don't do none of that. You know what I mean? But my whole point of the matter is like, if I'm talking to specifically about somebody, I would say their name. And so where are we getting this from?
So here she says that she's not a PAB, a punk ass bitch. That's what she says. But clearly in the past, we've seen Janice be a PAB in the past. Clearly we've seen her be a PAB in the past. She did it with Kandi. She does it with K. She did it with Toya, the same person that she was defending and started that shit with K with, defending her. She did it with Tiny. She did it with Monica. No one's going to do anything to me. I'm not a punk ass. Girl, when did you get so hard? And if you want to, so since you sat up here and said, well, you can say whatever you want to say and no one's going to do anything to you, then why don't you tell us who the fuck you was talking about then? Then who were you talking about then, Tamar? Let us know. Inquiring minds want to know who the hell you were talking about. I mean, I'm just saying. But okay. All right, y'all. Let's go to the other part of it.
You know, rocks. You know, rocks. What they say? I throw rocks and hide my hand. I say what it is. When do I stop? And who started that? Who started that? That's dumb. I said what I said. When I said it's not changing, it's not changing. You know, rocks.
So, since you want to say that if you say something, you're going to stand 10 toes down on it, okay, and that you don't have a mind addressing people and being direct, let's talk about Exhibit A. You did this. Now, this is what you said. When you talking about, just like you said about Kandi, you said it, blah, 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 but this is what you did at first. You said, I was threatened by a peach and they man. I feel like if I did what they did, they would have told the world. Shall we play a guessing game? It's a beef, and it's a real beef because your husband stepped to me, period. Merry Christmas. But where were you addressing Kandi at? You didn't say no names here. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about, Tamar? You didn't address Kandi until months later. Until months later. So please. And this is the reason why you were having all those issues with your sisters. This is the reason why, because you're deluded as fuck. You think you're bigger than what you are, and you are not. One thing about Tamar is that she's very talented. She can sing. One of the best female R&B singers that's out there today. But she squanders her talent by being a messy ass mother that never has anything nice to say about anybody. But as soon as somebody, here's the thing. Another thing that pissed me off is when she stated that she can say what she want to say and she got an opinion. But she ain't the only one that said that. A couple of her stupid ass fans have said the same damn thing. She got an opinion. She can say what she want to say. Keep that same energy when people say what they want to say about her. Keep the same damn energy. When somebody has something to say about her, keep the same motherfucking energy. That's all I'm asking. Keep the same motherfucking energy. Because soon as somebody say something about her, she ready to cry. Soon as somebody say something about her, she bullying. So she's saying she being bullied. Now that damn boy, LaTroy, her ex-friend, I can't stand him. I don't know him personally, but based off of when I was following him on Twitter, because I unfollowed his ass because I couldn't take it no more. I couldn't stand his ass on Twitter because all he did was uphold her ass and her bullshit. Always being her pit bull, always second up for her, getting up in women's business, all that other bullshit until she turned on him. It all goes the same way. Everybody got the same story about her. Everybody got the same story about Tamar. So I'm leaving Tamar. If she can't handle the heat, she need to get the fuck out the damn kitchen. That's just how I feel. You always taking shots at people, but then don't want nobody saying nothing about you. Then when you get caught out on it, you hide your hand. But honey, that's about it, y'all. I appreciate you guys for tuning into the channel. Okay, we had over 400 people up in here tonight, and we are quickly approaching 53K. I really want to get to that before the month is over, but I think we got about one more day left in this month. But child, we got 100. We're like 136 subs away from 53K. So if you have not subscribed to my platform, go ahead and do so. Because we got goals, honey. We got goals. But like I said, we like 136 subs away from 53K. All right. So hopefully we get there soon. So with that being said, y'all already know what we got to do before we get up out of here. First off, I got to change this once I get off of here. But the Everything single by Tramel and Rico with a K, it is available right now. Diego, if you could, please put the link in the chat right now so people can get it and purchase the record. Thank you, girl. Somebody said I look like a damn uncle, child. The folks were saying somebody said I looked a hot mess in my pink and black, but I know I look good. Hell, Bundy's husband said he needed to go in my closet and get something to wear. Bundy's husband loved my damn outfit, so child. But thank you, Chrissy. But yes, be sure to pick up Tramel and Rico with a K's new single. It just came out 30 minutes ago, so make sure you guys get it, support them. Tramel is a part of the Chasing panel. As you can see, there he is right next to me on my right. So make sure you guys pick up his song. Carl, who is also a part of the Chasing panel, his stage name is K-Star. He has a song out right now, and it is called Cock Gobbling. So be sure to pick it up. It's available right now. I suggest you don't play this song around children. And last but certainly not least, it's Bando Kane. He has a brand new record out called The Nasty Remix, which features Tay G, Alana the Blonde, as well as the Hood Hoes, and it is available right now. So make sure you guys pick it up. Please support all three of these artists, being that they are independent LGBT artists. They all mean the world to me, with two of them being my friends and one being a beautiful surprise. Be sure to support all three. With that being said, you guys, this is your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you could be notified whenever video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, your boy is up out of here, and I'm about to leave you guys with the promo from King Darius Books, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
What's up, everyone? It is Darius asking you to check out my newest children's book, DJ Stands on Business. Follow along as 5 friends who are entrepreneurs by the name of Pixel, Raven, a dynamic duo we can learn, and a children's book author named DJ use their entrepreneurial spirit to save money to go on a trip to Mexico. So follow along as children can learn about terms that teach them about entrepreneurship and give them the opportunity to open up the world in the adventures of friendship and entrepreneurship. You can check out my children's book, DJ Stands on Business, as well as DJ's Favorite Day and Twinkle Little Star at www.kingdariusbooks.com.